There's been a hyperventilation almost in the industry about social media, and companies have spent millions of dollars investing in consultants to help them develop their social media strategy. The fact is that the social media services come and they go. Who would have thought that MySpace, which was so hot, is now not? But things change. There's a risk of creating a huge time waster, or as I like to call it, energy leaks in your company based on your social media strategy. I just met with a company yesterday that has a full-time employee focused on nothing but social media. And we were giving them guidance as to how to better focus that person to drive traffic to their message and to their sales funnel as well. Social media is growing rapidly. There's no doubt about that. You can see the numbers here on the screen. It is prolific and it's everywhere. Let's talk about the differences among the different social media types and services for just a moment, if we could. Specifically, Twitter, which is really hot right now, promotes conversation. It reaches out to communicate and be readily available with quick answers. It's easily monitored, and the challenge is that it is a very small amount of data or information going out at any one time. Facebook fan pages are becoming more and more prolific. Leveraging interactive company content on those sites has created a two-way dialogue with your target audiences. You can post videos, pictures, articles, links, and allow others to comment on those. The regularity of your page is largely determined by the popularity of your company. Specifically meaning that if you're a large company, then you're liable to have a large audience on Facebook. And it's going to be a long haul to create something from nothing if you don't already have a large network of people. All of these, including Facebook fan pages, take a while to build them up unless you are Leonardo DiCaprio or Southwest Airlines or Microsoft. Facebook profile pages are a little different than fan pages. These help you to network as an individual, making connections with your different audiences, customers, partners, investors, and you can highlight your personal news and accomplishments as they relate to the company. And this type of service could be more valuable to an individual who's promoting themselves as a consultant or an author or a professor or a teacher as an expert in their field, creating more of the personal brand rather than the company brand. LinkedIn is a very solid player that's been around a while, and it's similar to Facebook profiles, but it's primarily used to network with other professionals. It is definitely a professional network, not necessarily for customers and consumers quite so much. You can establish yourself as an industry thought leader on LinkedIn by participating in LinkedIn groups, answering questions that others might ask as they relate to your industry. But it has a place, and LinkedIn is especially helpful to professionals, and it's especially helpful to B2B relationships, as we can discuss later if you have questions about B2B versus B2C, or business to business rather than business to consumer. YouTube is hot. You can certainly publish your videos to raise awareness of your company. I just published a couple of 3 videos this last week. YouTube videos can be used to attract new customers and to supplement news releases for reporters, and videos should always be branded to link people back to where you want them to get information. So the challenge there is that there's a lot of fun stuff on YouTube, but what helps brand your company and what helps brand your message is another thing. The fact is that you can spend a lot less on a YouTube video production than you could on a television quality video production. It may cost you $2,000 or more per finished minute of video. And in the case of YouTube, you could potentially create a 10-minute video, which is the YouTube limit for time. You could create that for well under $1,000 and get a really good quality product out there. YouTube videos can help you to amplify your message, and we certainly recommend them in the right venue. Flickr is the photo version of YouTube, you might say. Flickr is spelled without an E, and it creates a company photo gallery. And the picture tells 1,000 words and can be attached to your other media and referred back to with links that give an insight into your look of people, products, events, and that sort of thing. So Flickr can be a powerful ally as well. The fact is that the majority of editors are now looking at social media for story ideas and primary story research. I can't stress this enough. Social media is growing among the general population, as you can see there on your slide. But in fact, the reporters, the editors, the bloggers are going to social media for story ideas and primary research. And 89% of reporters use blogs for primary research for stories. 65% of reporters use social networking sites like Facebook and LinkedIn. 61% use Wikipedia. 52% use microblogging sites like Twitter. So these are huge assets to the reporter, and if you want to be seen by a reporter to get into their story, it would be a good idea to be found in these social media sites where they're doing their research and in the blogs where they're reading and getting their information. The power of the social media has never been more important for brand management, and PilmerPR has now offered a service, or does now offer a brand management service on the internet due to the rapid realization that you can make or break a brand in potentially minutes or seconds with bad news or good news. Just ask Toyota how they feel about their brand management right now. There are several reasons why your blog should be the core of your social media strategy. One is that you can create a critical mass of content over time on your blog that makes a really good repository for your prospects and your customers. If you look at PilmerPR.com, you can click off our homepage to the blog, or just go to PilmerPR.com/blog, and you can look up information on a variety of subjects and categories there. Over time, that optimizes our information, keeps it fresh, and you can do that almost effortlessly once you get your blog set up properly. We recommend you definitely link your blog, which most companies do not, to their website URL so that your website URL gets the SEO, search engine optimization benefit of hooking your blog traffic to your website traffic. And again, your blog should be used to help direct traffic to your website and your sales funnel at your website. Unlike other social media tools such as Facebook, MySpace, and LinkedIn, your blog is open to the entire world. This enables you to achieve an incredibly infinite reach to your target public, and there's no requirements of membership typically to be on a blog and to create a two-way dialogue with your target markets. Blogs are timely and comprehensive. Although Twitter is very timely, and you can get a tweet up from your cell phone in just a minute, the fact is it's not very comprehensive. Your blog can create that comprehensive repository. So you take your tweets and point to your URL for your blog entry, which points to your URL in your press release, which points to your website, which points to the sales funnel. All those connected together in an effective symphony.